Welcome to BodyWork. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to BodyWork Boxing. Man, right off the rip, man, I just want to say, man, in light of the tragedy, man, anybody, man, that might have had somebody that was involved or somebody that's going to be impacted by it. I just want to say, give my condolences, man. I just want to take a moment of silence for all the people involved, man. Hope the families recover. I hope they heal, man. I hope they get what they need, and we go over that bridge. That bridge isn't too far. We go over there to I ride by it, man. It's actually a very popular property, Sallow Point, man. We actually do. I'm part of the maintenance contract over there, so when we do PMs, I recently cleaned the tower over there, but we ride by, and me and my lady, it's a little spot over there, but we actually take that exit to actually go over there to get to a seafood spot called Nick's, man. So, and they're saying that, them taking out that bridge, is almost the equivalent of, somebody taking out 495. So, I give my sincere condolences, man, but it's no other than be more strong time. You know what I'm saying? This is, I guess I'm an official Baltimorean, man, for the last 7 years, even though I'm from Landover. I'm an official Baltimorean, man, and it's just something that as a community we're gonna have to deal with. I try not to be selfish and think about the change in traffic patterns and all that, man, and try to take this time to kind of like reflect on the lives that's impacted, man. And just let us know, man, that we here today, gone tomorrow, man. That's why I don't ever take anything for lightly, man. I try to be respectful in a lot of things that I do. I try to use discernment before I make judgments. I try to be nice. I try to impact everybody I come across. I treat others the way I want to be treated. I look to give goodwill, man, and just positive energy, man, and just asking for positive energy, man, as a resident Baltimorean. And I don't stay that very far, man. I can get over there to where that bridge is in about 10 minutes, straight up. So, I don't want to harp on. I know a lot of people are talking about it. I don't know all the details. Ironically, this was the week when my company actually sent me to training. So, Sunday morning, I had left to go to training to come down to Charlotte, North Carolina. So I've been in Charlotte the whole time, and I just got the news, man, and hadn't really dove into it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my shout out to them. I'm not going to claim to be the expert on the matter. I'm not even home right now. I'm still in Charlotte, so I won't be back for a couple of days. So just to let all my people know, I seen a couple of my subs reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you all right? You all right?" One of my old heads reached out and said, "Hey, man, you all right?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm all right." People, my sister, she hit me up like, "Hey, I heard, I just seen it. You all right?" I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? My people's all right. But again, I give my condolences to everybody, you know what I'm saying, that may have been impacted in any shape, form, or fashion by this tragedy, man. But, I really wanted to do an update, man, some general boxing talk, you know what I'm saying? Just catching up on everything and just, you know what I'm saying, see where everybody at, man. I just wanted to do a sub check-in, man, see who's still riding with your boy, rocking with your boy. I said I was gonna get back on my grind and start popping out the videos, but I had training and I hadn't really been around. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like always, man. I'm in the hotel. Y'all wouldn't believe what it take to get this stuff, man. Get a little studio situation down and, you know what I'm saying, and run it through just traveling with this stuff, man. I thought I messed up my mic. I think I sound all right. But I'm here, man. I just been kind of like keeping my ears to the ground, man, and just looking at the state of boxing and like the different perspectives and everything. And boxing is kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because we love this sport. You know what I'm saying? We love this sport. You know, I think sometimes the fans, it almost feel like the fans actually get hit in the head sometimes in this sport, man. But it is a gladiator sport. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to take a licking and keep on ticking. You got to be able to compartmentalize things. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to like sift through all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? There's content creators out here asking for topics. Got all the resources in the world asking for topics. You know what I'm saying? People rejoicing that coaches and fighters are falling out. It's a real weird sport, man. Like, it's almost like, man, it's just like a lot of things in life. Because, you know, a lot of things I talk about, I try to embody real life logic in a lot of the conversations surrounding boxing. And it's just like real life, man. It's almost like sometimes we almost have an itching ear to have bad news. We almost look to kind of seek, you know, some, you know, especially in today's climate where it's really all about drama. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things we do is really all about drama, man. And it's almost like we seek out drama. You know what I'm saying? Arnaldo Nieves, salute BodyWork and chat. What's going on, Arnaldo, the member? You know what I'm saying? Glad to see you in the building. You know what I'm saying? Got that Puerto Rican flag, stand up. Malazar Khan say, "Wow, what's up?" I knew, you know, I know my people. I know my hardcores. I know the people that's going to rock with me rain through the snow. You know what I'm saying? I know my people, man. But I said, man, just because I would be gone for about a week, I said I can't just leave my people in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I just trying to do the training, trying to stay abreast on what's going on in boxing. And when you're running the channel, people don't really understand how much work goes into it. You know, and it's not like I hadn't been, you know, wanting to do work or doing work last week or the last couple of weeks. It's just, I'm one of them ones where it's like, man, if boxing ain't doing what I wanted to do, or it's not going in the direction I want, or I don't have too much to say positive about it, I'm not going to do it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? Look at my people, man. Bloodshot 610. What's good? BodyWork, salute. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Salute. You know, we just gonna have some general boxing talk, man. We just gonna have some boxing talk, man. Some general boxing talk. You know, just let my people know I'm good and really pick y'all brains on some things. I don't need any topics. I got all the topics. You know what I'm saying? But hey. You know, but just what's on y'all minds. Malazar Kanseba said, "What happened with the bridge? How close are you from Key Bridge?" Really, like I'm like, man, literally, I'm like 10 minutes from that bridge. It don't really impact my travel, but it is going to impact my travel when I get ready to go, you know, going to work and coming back. Because like I said, it's almost like they said, my lady told me that it's almost like the equivalent of taking out 495. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to impact traffic. And then I'm hearing, I don't have all the facts, so I don't want to misspeak and then somebody say something about the live, or I don't have all the facts. I'm actually in training right now. You know what I'm saying? I do HVAC. I'm in a training class, a very thorough training class right now. So I figured, man, in the evening, I wasn't going to go live every evening, but I was going to pump out some videos, you know what I'm saying? Some thorough ones, you know, get back to that. And I was going to do a couple lives while I was gone to let everybody know I'm still doing all right. You know what I'm saying? it's good to know you got people that actually care about you and what you got going on. But basically they saying that a diesel, I seen the video, but they saying that a diesel ship ran right into one of them pillars, man. That thing fell like Jenga. You know what I'm saying? It almost looked, and I'm like, man, it's insane. It's almost insane to think that you could be going over some of these bridges. Cause I drive. The most dangerous thing I do is drive, man. I drive a lot for work, man. I'm up at like 4 something in the morning. I gotta be to work. Wherever I'm working at, I gotta be there by 6:30 in the morning. And yeah, I get off at 2:30, but I might be all the way in Virginia. I might be in DC. I might be in wherever part of Maryland. I'm all over in the DMV. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to know that you could be driving over a bridge, and if a ship hit one of them columns, it's a wrap. I said, man, it should have messed up the ship. But I'm not gonna get into that. But that's really what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like right around. It's like 10 minutes from where I live. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I don't necessarily have to take that route. You know what I'm saying? Because it's above where I gotta go. I get off before you even get up that far to get that far. But some of the places we do go up that way, and some of the places I do frequent, we do use that bridge to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's because it cuts across the water. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get from one side to the other, you got to take that bridge. So I don't know, man. They gathering up the pieces, and again, I'm not there. I'm not at home. I'm just getting all the hearsay and looking. I don't really watch the news and all that stuff. So I get what I can and what I need to know, and I skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? But none of my people was affected. You know what I'm saying? Some of my fellow Baltimoreans were, and the lives that they said, that they were, they basically was going to presume that, that they went up. You know what I'm saying? So, heavy heart for them people, man, and it's the area, man. But we be more strong. You know what I'm saying? We be more strong. And I stand up because that is my city. I've embraced it. You know what I'm saying? I stand up for them. So I've been representing hard for them. Champion Sports Boxing, salute. You changed your logo, champ. What's going on? I like that other logo, but I guess you had to switch it up. I swear your logo was different. But I see you doing your thing, man. You getting those views, champ. You getting them views in. You know what I'm saying? I see you working on your short game, man. Them things is picking up some views. I'm like, look at Champion Sports Boxing, you know what I'm saying, growing and everything. I hope you're getting your subscribers. Subscribe to Champion Sports Boxing. I'm going to say it every time. You know what I'm saying? A regular member, a regular contributor to the champ and the channel. You know what I'm saying? Positive individual. Salute to Champ Sports Boxing. Subscribe to Champ Sports Boxing if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? I see she growing, getting into her shorts, and just highlighting different boxers. She's don't look like she's boxing monogamous either. You know what I'm saying? She got her favorites, but she putting out the little shorts on everybody, getting ready and stuff like that, keeping people up to date. And I like to see my people doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? There's room enough for all of us to have, you know what I'm saying, our little relationship with this whole thing called boxing. You know what I'm talking about? Mayla's I saw the video too in the news, and remember your Baltimore, thank God, was after midnight and not in peak hour. Yeah. It make you think about them bridges, man. I drive over a lot of bridges, and I'm like, man, if something could do that, if somebody could hit one of them columns and do something like that, it make you think, like, man, like, we don't know how fortunate we are, man. We got to count it all joy. My man Bubs Boxing, salute. You know what I'm saying? Regular heavy supporter, man. Bubs say, glad you safe. Yeah, thanks, Bubs. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Bubs. Bubs be doing this thing too. You know what I'm saying? Bubs, his channel is bubbling. Subscribe to Bubs if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Look like all our regular, members or people in the chat, so y'all probably already know about Bubs, man. If you haven't, just take time to hit the subscribe button for my man Bubs. You know what I'm saying? to give me a warm and fuzzy if after this video he got 2 or 3 more subs. You know what I'm saying? Just take time out to go look up Bubs, subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother, funny brother, man. He bring that comedy. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that comedy. You know what I'm saying? He I'll be on that. Sometimes I like to crack my jokes, but you know what I'm saying? I'm the serious guy. You know what I'm saying? I be cracking the whip on this boxing thing, trying to whip it in shape. And Bubs come along and make it all, you know what I'm saying, joyful for us, you know what I'm saying, so we can get a couple laughs out of this thing. Angelina, salute, Angelina. Thanks for coming back and supporting your boy. You know what I'm saying? It mean a lot. Y'all make me feel special or something, man. I ain't nobody, man. I ain't nobody, y'all. L30 Cruz, BodyWork, salute, salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? But really today, man, what I really wanted to get into, man, is I wanted to touch a little bit on this bud stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of odd for me, man. I told y'all a long time ago, a while ago, that we kind of, when we look at these boxes, some of these boxes, the marquee ones, the ones that we really say are pound for pound and, elite. You know what I'm saying? I'm really starting to question what is elite nowadays, because it's almost like, man, we got these walking Hall of Famers. Y'all ever notice that the walking Hall of Famers, if you said that, if it's right now, how are you judging their behavior right now? Because I'm looking at it like, man, I don't want to sound like a hater, especially when it's the elites, because you got to deal with the backlash of all them fans. Y'all already know I'm beyond the backlash. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say exactly what it is, how it is, and how I see it. But I do not understand for the life of me how people are so excited about this man negotiating with Tim Tszyu. Now, don't get me wrong. Tim Tszyu, I like Tim Tszyu. I really do. Like, I think that Tim Tszyu is good for the sport. I like his attitude. I like what he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? I like that he don't duck or dodge no smoke. I mean, he was chasing my man Jermell Charlo. He was, putting his name in a hat. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it, and I was like, Mel's my guy. So I'm like, hey man, I wanted to see that. I know Mel tried to go grab that bag. I've been looking at Tim Tszyu, and I had already made an assessment. I'm starting to hear that assessment come along, but I'm thinking that based on people who like a certain fighter, if you like a certain fighter, it's almost like you're going to excuse or brush aside a certain behavior. I gave all that up at the beginning of this year. Nobody gets a pass from me. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized that if we allow people to do that and we allow bosses to do that, what it's going to do is it's going to actually bankrupt the game. We already got to deal with fixed fights. We already got to deal with cheating. We already got to deal with novelty boxing. We got to deal with crossover boxing. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with what's going on with the bag being thrown at us, from overseas. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time it's either a Triller or a Black Prime, and now it's the Saudis, and it's always some kind of, I can't say fly by night, but it's always a constant push from some outside entity trying to break into the sport. And when we really look at it and we break it down, most of the time it don't last. You know what I'm saying? Somebody make a funny move, linking up with them on the faith that it's going to be something that's really not. Because look at Black Prime. If you think about it, all Black Prime did was facilitate an opportunity for Terrence Bud Crawford to leave Errol Spence at the altar and make him inactive that much longer. To put off, perhaps, legacy-wise, when we talk about undisputed at 147, to put off the biggest fight that we had been waiting for that many more months. To leave Earl out in the dark that many more months. Now, Earl chose to get his ass in there. Yeah, he chose to get his ass in there, so I'm not going to cry him a river, not going to make no excuses. He chose, and that's why I say right now, that's why I'm looking at Ryan Garcia in the mind state that he had right now and him getting the ring. If he get in that ring and Devin Haney dusts his ass off, oh well, I'm at a point now where if you get in the ring and you ain't 100, I'm not making no excuses for you. We got to deal with this as fans, and that's why I say, man, these boxers are setting precedents. I always talk about the move that Canelo make and how people are going to follow after him, and he's setting precedents. He's already set precedents. You know what I'm saying? These moves that Bud is making right now, that's going to set precedents for everybody that's coming and going before him. Hector Tapia, blessings, my brother. The BodyWork time. Salute, salute. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's BodyWork time. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be here. I got a couple points I need to make. I got some things I got to talk about, some things I got to put on everybody's mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this Bud situation, and we gotta really think. We really gotta look at this. And I don't really want to mess. I don't know how strong this internet is at the hotel. It's holding up. It's holding up. I don't know if it's any delays. I think it was one glitch so far I've seen on this broadcast, but I don't know how long it's gonna hold up. So some of the things I would normally do, I'm not gonna do, just to keep a clean, live, a clean straight through live. But if we look at it, it was a cardinal sin for us to ask for Boots and Bud to fight. It was a cardinal sin for us to ask Boots to fight Bud. Well, how did Boots get his belt? Boots got his belt because the IBF stripped Bud to give him that belt, right? How did Tim Tszyu get his belt? Tim Tszyu got his belt because Jermell Charlo got stripped for that belt. When we look at their careers, Boots and Tim Tszyu are the same. They got their belts the same way. With all due respect, Tim Tszyu did not do what Costa Tszyu did to get his belt. He didn't. Everybody was saying that Boots will probably take over the reins at 47 when, because you got to think, Earl, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, who else? Am I forgetting anybody? That whole group was on their way out the door. The next phase was Boots and everybody else. So everybody was thinking that Boots, if you just wait your time, young man, you do your thing, hold it down, you got next up. Well, that kind of crossed paths. Well, guess who's still in that same rank? Tim Tszyu is not he's not in the era of the Keith Thurmans, the Danny Garcias, the Kell Brooks, the Mir Khans, all of them. If you think about it, they either retired, semi-retired, commentating, or 1 foot in, inactive. They all got all kind of stuff going on, moving up to various weight classes they really don't belong in. I don't care what you say. Danny Garcia don't belong in no weight class. He hasn't had I think Danny Garcia, even though he did beat Jose Benavidez because of his dimensions and all that. Yeah, he could have did something at 54 for real. But I don't gauge him any kind of way for fighting Jose Benavidez. He's outside of his weight class. That's just one of them old, I don't want to cut down and be in pristine top shape and deal with the young thunder that's down there. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. That whole class has moved on. Tim Tszyu was in that class. So how are we honoring and supporting and jumping for joy that they are in negotiations? Like Bud is really and you think about it, how aggressive he is. Now we got to go back and look at when Bud Crawford first moved up. I'm going to get to you, Angelina. I see you. I'm going to start right back. I just want to, before I lose my train of thought on this, I'm going to get right back to you and get right back to the comments. But when you look at how aggressively and how set, Bud was saying that it was either the big money fights or legacy fights. Canelo Alvarez checked off both blocks, even though I wasn't no fan of that fight either. You know what I'm saying? I went up there and seen what Jermell did or whatever. Yeah, you can say they're different animals, but I recall before the Errol Spence fight, it was supposed to be Boots and Jermell after that. I mean, it was supposed to be Bud and Jermell after Jermell went up and fought Canelo. I mean, yeah, after Jermell fought Spence, we found out Jermell was going to go fight Canelo. But It was supposed to be Bud and Jermell Charlo. Well, after Jermell went up there, you could say he put on a stinker, didn't let his hands go, wasn't his normal self. They basically say he grabbed the bag and ran. I don't care what anybody say. I do not condone that performance. I know my fighter. I know Jermell like the back of my hand. I know the facts. I know the stats. I know his style. I know his punch output. I know how much body work he do. I know how many power shots he do. The man didn't let his hands go. I don't condone that performance. I'm not going to take away from his reign at 54. I'm not. So we gave Bud a pass when he said, oh man, nah, well, I didn't. A lot of people gave him a pass when he said, nah, I don't want to fight Jermell Charlo no more. I was like, hold on, how you get to just change your mind? You went out, you did all this jaw jacking, all this ripping and running. You left Earl at the altar. Now you changed your mind on Jermell, and now you're dead set on fighting Tim Tszyu. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I see a comment from Champ that I agree with Champ Sports Boxing. I agree with that opinion. If anything, it should have been Tszyu against. I mean, I think I love the Tszyu against Fundora. That's more up the alley. But yeah, I would have agreed with a Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz. Now Virgil Ortiz put in some work. You know what I'm saying? He stood my man Mantis Stanionis up several times. But if y'all look at the intro, Virgil Ortiz was one of my guys too. The Piranha. He was in there. Jermell Charlo, the Terminator, he's in there. So I already had a place in the idea for how these guys should go about doing things and what would be the natural order of boxing as it relates to us as the fans seeing good fights and it relates to their legacy. This stuff that Bud doing right now is a circus act. And I don't care who you are, where you from, how you feel. When you really look at it, man, this is unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? If you're not giving voice, because remember, I always say silence is consent. If you're not giving voice to say, you know what, man, why is he head over heels for going after Tim Tszyu? Think about it. When he moved up, it was only because he got the WBO Super. That's what they blame it on, is because he got the WBA Super. But at the time when he moved up from 140 to 147, he chose another Australian in Jeff Horn. And people who know what happened between Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao, yes, he got denied, but everybody know that Pacquiao won. So we give him a benefit of the doubt when he turned down. Like, do y'all realize that Bud? Now we know Earl had a Manny Pacquiao fight. That's when he had the torn retina. He still tried to go in there and fight, and the doctor was like, "Nah, he wouldn't got another second opinion." The second doctor was like, "Nah, you can't get it." Ugas fought Manny Pacquiao, beat Manny Pacquiao in dominating fashion, and it was only right that Earl fight Ugas because he had the last strap aside from Bud. And Bud had no intentions on fighting Ugas either. So we let him get around Ugas. We let him do that when he moved up, because you got to think, when he moved up, yeah, Jeff Horn had a belt, and yes, he had the WBO. So yes, it would have been easy going the WBO route. But guess who else had a belt? Keith Thurman had a belt. Sean Porter had a belt. And Errol Spence had a belt. He chose Jeff Horn. And as much as we like Tim Tszyu, man, we don't know, because I still think, look, until proven otherwise, Jermell Charlo ran the gauntlet through 154. If you want to say, in today's era, let's take aside what he did when he moved up. When we look at Jermell Charlo at 154, that's the definition of clearing out a division. That's the definition of clearing out a division. So if anybody man at 154 until proven otherwise, it's Jermell Charlo. If anything, Bud should have fought him. But we give him a pass for not fighting Boots. We give him a pass for saying no to Jermell Charlo. Now we're going to give him a pass for going after and putting all his eggs in a Tim Tszyu basket because he can't get Canelo. But it's a cardinal sin to ask him to fight Boots. It's a cardinal sin to ask him to fight Benavidez. And y'all look up this recent article. Look up this article by Boxing News 24. And I'm telling y'all, they be doing this, y'all. Look at this. Let me see if I can pull it up, if it's still in one of my overlays. Is it in my overlay? I might have got rid of it. Let me see. Yeah, it's not in there. I could take time out to actually show you this overlay, but they took that whole video, and like I told y'all, they'll wait 3 weeks, they'll wait 4 months, but they said, will Bud pass the torch to Boots or will he duck? How long ago did I do that video, y'all? When I had it the same way, I said, is Canelo going to pass the torch or give Benavidez the opportunity to pass the torch? Is Bud going to pass the torch to Boots or give him an opportunity to pass the torch? How long ago did I do that? I remember like it was yesterday because the colors were green, red, and yellow with a little bit of black. That was the thumbnail. A nice thumbnail. They just came out and did an article about the same thing. That's why I say these guys wait around. They'll get the information. They'll pick it. Then they'll come out with it a month later, 2 months later, 3 weeks. Sometimes it's 2 days later. But they're asking the same thing, bro. I don't care how you shape, form, or fashion. I'm not going to stay on this long because I don't want you to get it twisted that I'm not a Bud fan. And I'm not qualifying that to cease anybody that got anything to say about what I'm saying. You can have whatever you want to say about what I'm saying about Bud. It's not gonna make me no difference. I'm just letting you know that I'm also a fan of Bud. I'm just not an only fan, and it's not acceptable. It's not that I'm hating. It's not that I'm salty about him beating Earl. Earl got his butt in that ring. He wasn't 100%. Oh well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when a boxer get in the ring and he ain't, other than like, maybe sometimes they have little knuckle things, or they might have a little joint, maybe a little joint pain or some, sometimes they might have minor tendon, not nothing major, but just the little minor aches and pains or things that boxers do. And I always get this scenario, just like when I was in high school playing football with 2 jam thumbs. You know what I'm saying? I was playing football with 2 jam thumbs, and as a person that can really tackle 2 jam thumbs, I still went out there and played. We still want to ball out. I didn't have a sprained MCL or a torn Achilles and go out there and play. That's different. I'm not talking about no major injury. So I feel like when a boxer get in there, he don't have something that's equivalent to probably me as a cornerback having 2 sprained thumbs, something that I'm just going to play with regardless, or maybe a jammed finger, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. If they get in there with some kind of major injury or something major going on, I feel like they're taking our money, especially when it's pay-per-view. That's what we need to be worried about. So now I'm like, hey, look, you get in there, you're not 100%, somebody whacks your ass. Oh, well, you took my money. You took my money, so somebody whacked your ass. You could be my man 100 grand, just like Earl. My man 100 grand. You get in there, you ain't 100%. I don't have no excuse. I don't have no excuse. Bud did what he was supposed to do. I don't take away from Bud's victory. Bud did exactly what he was supposed to do when Earl got in there like that. I had no idea. I had no clue. No clue. But to sit up here and act like Bud is doing what we expect of a champion of his caliber at this stage in his career, I know he want to walk out. But I'm telling y'all, these walking Hall of Famers, y'all be careful before y'all start putting all these walking Hall of Famers and giving them that label and that title and that energy, because they're going to walk all over you at the end of the day. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. If it was this whole, oh man, that's old, this is new school, old school. Tim Tszyu is new school too. Just because he up at 154, because I was saying this earlier, Boots is more dynamic than Tim Tszyu. I don't care what nobody say. You mean to tell me if Boots was the same person, but he was at 154 with the same belt, would Bud fight him? No. Well, what is that? It's the same thing. This is a duck, y'all. This is a duck. So we're not gonna play no games. I'm not gonna harp on it because it's almost like beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Some people are gonna condone whatever their fighters do, the people they rock with. I'm not with it no more. I'm not with it no. I'm not gonna go out of my way to on you, but I'm not with it no more, man. I gotta speak. You know what I'm saying? I believe that silence is consent. We gotta say something. That's my piece on that, Bud. That's my piece on that, Bud. I'm gonna go back to the comments and I'm gonna go back over to this other topic that I got. But I'm gonna get over here to the comments and holler at y'all real quick and see what we got going on. And then I'm gonna get back. Then I'm gonna get back to my other point. Let's see. Let's go back here. I like Thurman versus Zoo without the title on the line, but Fundora fighting for a vacant WBC and a WBO after the nasty KO isn't a good look. I kind of got a problem with that. I kind of got a problem with it being for 2 belts too. I'm not gonna lie. That's almost like Rolly getting stopped by Tank. You know what I'm saying? And his very next fight, getting that Barroso thing. Then Barroso, he get a gift stoppage by Tony Weeks, and then he added again. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So I like what you said. I like that originally it wasn't for a title on the line. However, if Tim Tszyu would have lost, that title would have went vacant. That's the thing. That's the caveat to that. That title would have went vacant if Tim Tszyu would have lost, but that title wasn't on the line. I do like the Fundora and Tim Tszyu fight, but as far as for 2 belts, ooh. And I want Tim Tszyu to get his just due. I want him to get, what he needs to get. I do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree. I kind of agree with you. I kind of got a problem with that too, man. I just don't know what we can do about it. I don't know what we can do about it. Angelina, the Haney voice, is trying to diss the Matias and Prof. We told, I remember, I didn't I tell you, I said we were going to put a stake in the ground so they can't rip the equity out of Paro and what kind of fighter he is. I told y'all they was going to do that, but I went through the rankings. So they play these games, just like all these games people are saying with Frank Martin. But see, I got to credit Fanon for this one. Fanon basically said that he basically came out and basically said that Bomac was basically telling somebody not to fight somebody at this point in time in their career, and he said that's a microcosm as to how that camp thinks and how they move. So they're going to justify a maneuver to fight people at the date and time when it's comfortable for them, and do it when they, when it's comfortable for them to do it. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to them painting those pictures, because they're going to do that, because in a light roundabout way, they're taking on Matias, even though they know the real deal about Matias and how nobody really wanted to step up. They know. Tim Tszyu should fight Virgil Ortiz next. Crawford and Boots is better. That's what I said. That would have been right with boxing. Only caveat I see with that was Virgil Ortiz going over there with Golden Boy. Virgil Ortiz really getting, what did he get, 1 round in? He got a 1-round stoppage. He didn't even really get the rounds in when he got that stoppage. And that was kind of like you call that, I ain't gonna say it was a gift stoppage. He was probably on his way to stopping my man, but that was a questionable stoppage at that point too. He didn't even get, so I agree with that. WBO and IBF are 2 different organizations in different value. WBO was walking in the line. IBF need to defend at 120 to 160 days. If not, they take it. Yeah. I don't know, man. These sanctioning bodies getting out of control a little bit, man. At one point in time, remember when they was reducing the belts? I think it was like 64 belts. They were going to reduce it down to, it was a lot of belts. They was reducing it. They started 3 years? It was coming up on 3 years ago when they had that convention. 2.5, 3 years ago when they had that convention. And their agenda was to clean up, all of these belts and this and this and that. And they have done some job, but some of these moves and the timing of some of these moves, some of the leniency they showed to some, how stringent they are with others, there's no real standard. You know what I'm saying? What I be asking for all the time, let's get a standard. Let's get on the same sheet of music. Let's get lock in step with how we view boxing and what we think should happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. In a lot of different ways. I always like IBF organization. WBO headquarters are in Puerto Rico, but I feel Veracel is listening the WBC president. I don't like it. They probably in cahoots, man, because it's all about their money and people paying them sanctioning fees. You know what I'm saying? Arnaldo say, I see your point, but now, like you said, there's 2 title belts on the line. I think that it's better than the Thurman fight, which didn't bring anything, just to see how rusty or not he is. Yeah, I'm kind of glad Keith got up out of there, and I think that's a little bit of, I think Keith was talking a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, because remember when I was saying, I like Keith, we know he can box, I don't like him just like I don't like anybody off of inactivity. I said I like him, but off of inactivity. Remember he came on, did that video, was like, okay, ma, I'm okay, all right. Like basically said, like I'm a big boy, you know what I'm saying? And look at you now. Look at you now, you know what I'm saying? So you have a little egg on your face. I'm not gonna cry for him though. I feel WBC is taking value away from the title. Any of the fights championship boxing said are better. Yeah, man. Everybody, a lot of people don't like what's going on with the WBC right now. It's almost like that green belt, boy. It come with a lot of BS, don't it? How's it better? Zoo got email title and now going to become unified without defending his title and will win it against no one. The title have no buyer. That's right. That's right. It don't make any sense. Facts, BodyWork. You did say that. That's what I'm saying. Like they be trying. That's why remember I was heavy on the gas. I'm gonna get back to the gaslighting. I'm gonna get back to it. It's just, you know, I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make do with what I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make do. I'm gonna get back to it, but I try to stay on it, y'all. We looked at the rankings. It's a good fight for both. The fight is good, but I guess you could say the red carpet treatment that they giving Tim Tszyu, he a good sport. And yeah, he got Australia and all that, but they are really rolling out the red carpet. They rolling out the red carpet with the flowers, the rose petals and everything for Tim Tszyu. It's like, man, let him earn it. Because we got to think about it. What, 3 fights ago was that Goucher fight. After the Goucher fight, he fought Tony Harrison. And then he fought, what's his name? Mendoza. Like what is he done for real? He became the mandatory. Yeah, he didn't beat up Mel for it. It's just a lot of funny business, man. That's why I said, man, I don't know. I think all boxers have boogeymen, man. I'm just resigning. I'm inclined to think that, and nothing else can, you know, really keep me from thinking that. They really are, man. They really are. I think they act like they trying to change their ways, but they do a lot of, man. I call them, it's almost like Two-Face. It's like, it's like that, man. It's like one day one day it's all, it's all good and they got some good points or whatever. I just think that, yeah, they good as far as getting interviews and talking to people and letting you know about amateurs and getting, really talking to boxers that don't interview with everybody who are willing to go on there. But at the same time, it's clear they have their picks. You know what I'm saying? Like they did with Loma. Yeah. Cause look, remember, right? Remember how they clowned T.O.? Remember how when T.O. lost to Cambosis? Oh man, he don't want his rematch. He gotta get his rematch. He gotta rematch. When Devin Haney went up against Loma and we saw what we saw, what was that same energy? What was that same push? But we know that that's the Haney voice, so it's not going to be no push for no rematch. Oh, no, I've been there, done that. He don't owe nobody no rematch. It's like, nah, but when they don't like you, they'll make you do, they'll push you or urge you or put out or use their voice to apply pressure for you during a rematch. I'm just like, look, if you're gonna have that standard, let's keep that standard across the board. I mean, you could rock with somebody. Like, I understand you rocking with somebody because you saw them grow up, you knew who they were from a little, like from, you know, a young person, and you seen them matriculate their way, rise up to a certain level. I understand that you rocking with them, but as far as how you judge them and how you talk about them and how you do that, as far as the literal actions, I'm talking about performance in the ring for one. If one thing, we got to be honest about the performance in the ring. Then we gotta be, if you always ragging, if you going your extra mile to drag somebody down or to tarnish somebody's reputation, at least be forthright and be right about how somebody else is moving. You ain't gotta throw them under the bus, you ain't gotta pull them down, but at least be honest, right? Wouldn't you say at least be honest about it? Even if you rock with them. It's just like with the Frank Martin move, like when the whole thing happened with Shakur. I didn't agree with that move by Frank Martin. The only thing that makes it right is that it's a tank fight now. But I didn't agree with that move. I still, if we can go back in the hands of time, I'm still not going to agree with that move to not fight him for that belt. I'm still not. Let's go to Shakur Stevenson. That whole fiasco that happened with him and Jamel Herring, I didn't agree with him. I didn't agree with him and what was going on with him and Jamel Herring. And Shakur is one of my guys too. I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with how he was talking and how he did that and how Jamel Herring's wife came out and said, man, that's not right. Y'all was boys and this and that. Like, you, just because y'all was fighting, you didn't have to act like that. Jamel Herring ain't even that kind of guy. I didn't agree with that. That's just me though. That's me though. I can do that. I can rock with you, but still be like, nah, I don't rock with that right there. I don't really. They can't do that. They can't do that. I feel the organization think boxing fans are stupid or don't remember, or the presidents are old and don't understand social media. They definitely think we stupid, but that's why I always point out the gaslighting mailers are. That's why people be like, oh man, it might be boring, it might be this, but that's the form of gaslighting, and I can't let you forget that that's what they're doing, man. The news do it. Something can happen and they do it like they act like it didn't happen, man. That's gaslighting, man. That's trying to get somebody to think that they're actually crazy, dog. That's trying to get somebody to think that they don't know what's going on. Like, come on, man, you're not gonna rock us to sleep, man. Jose Rodriguez, what's up, my boy? What's going on, Jose? Salute, man. Thanks for checking on me, man. Thanks for checking on me too, man. Thanks for checking on me, man. I rock with my people, man. My people rock with me, man. We're gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. You heard? You know what I'm saying? But what else I wanted to talk about? I wanted to get on to this whole Errol Spence and Derrick James. That's why Shakur and T.O. stopped messing with TBV. Yeah, because they did the same. They did Shakur. They did Shakur the same way they did Coach Calvin, man. See, they got a rule where they won't ambush you. They won't ambush you, but if they don't rock with you, they'll ambush you. And they know what they're doing because they use their voices or whatever. And then when they're proven wrong, they don't ever come. Like, if they get a prediction wrong, they'll come out and eat some crow. But when they're blatantly wrong, where they've been pushing something and being extra, you know what I'm saying, and going all overboard about something, they never come back and clean that up. They never do. They said Shakur is sensitive. Yeah, like there's a couple different let's say organizations that really slandered Shakur. He's not perfect. They all young, like, you know what I'm saying? The young adder, sometimes the young adder spit too much venom. We all know that they all make immature mistakes, and having that much money and that much notoriety, they all want to make mistakes. I made mistakes. I still make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But when I was that age, I made plenty of mistakes. Especially in my army time, plenty of mistakes. But because they got it out for him and he's the nemesis, he's not even the nemesis, but they know that he's better than that guy. He's better than Haney, man. So it's been a slander campaign ever since. Now, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes Shakur, he doesn't help himself. He doesn't help himself with some of the things when I'm like, man, just like stop with the social media. But you can't stop. You can't tell a grown man what to do. But they do go overboard. They go overboard on him, man. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Let me talk about this. Let me talk about this this Derrick James and this Errol Spence thing. I want y'all to witness. I want y'all really to witness and recognize like how double stand. I heard somebody. I call this guy a comedian. But that's all he really is. He's really just a comedian. Oh, I mean, I'll laugh. You know, I crack my jokes and stuff, but like this really just just I'm thinking about like 25% of the show is him laughing. This man came out and said that Derrick James was never going to be. He said something. I think my brain kind of dumped what he was saying, but he basically was saying that Derrick James wasn't a good trainer, and he basically used Derrick James' boxing record against him as a trainer. I want y'all to really sit down. You might not like Derrick James. You might not like Errol Spence. You can't take away from what Derrick James was able to do. He got Jermell Charlo to become undisputed. He did that under Derrick James' regime. And he cleared out a division for all the styles in that division. He didn't duck no smoke in that division. It wasn't until he went up and fought Canelo that he left Zoo by the wayside, but he went up to fight Canelo. People are doing crazy stuff to get a fight with Canelo. I didn't like it, but I was like, you can't tell him if Canelo pick him, then he's gonna take the fight. Who's not gonna take the fight against Canelo? But they take it away from Derrick James. Basically, this guy said because he was never. Well, I'm like, okay. Well, then I looked at the guy who he rocked with. He rocked with a guy like Bomac. Never used Bomac's professional boxing record against him. You see what I'm saying? And we also don't really realize that when you look at Bomac in his camp, naturally, athletically, he's getting Olympians. Yeah, Earl was an Olympian. He's getting Olympians, like medaled Olympians. He's getting, when you look at the caliber of talent that Bomac get in the door, he's getting naturally more talented individuals. Why? Because that's who Top Rank pursues as the starter pack. Outside of Derrick James and Errol Spence, he had him since he was a young man, teenager. Right? He got him all the way up to get 3 belts. He was 1 belt shy of getting undisputed, and then had another guy in the division above who got undisputed. I don't care what Derrick James say or do from this point forward or above. You can't take away from the man is a good trainer and coach. When we start getting into their personal stuff and this and that, that's extra. But like judging, because it's been times when I've seen all of Derrick James. I've seen Derrick James coach all of his boxers to the point to where the boxers are not listening. Even in the Errol Spence fight, when my lady had heard somebody saying that Derrick James couldn't coach and he wasn't telling Errol Spence nothing to do, my lady was like, that's lying. My lady was saying you lying. My lady said, man, no, he was telling. He's like, man, I heard Derrick James. Like, what are they talking about? She was like, I heard Derrick James saying, make him feel you, because Earl was so concerned with what was coming back. He wasn't imposing his will. She was like, yeah, Derrick James was saying, make him feel you. She heard that. Let me see. Yo, Golden Boy Promotion should be ashamed. You seen who Virgil and Jose Ramirez fighting? I didn't see it. You talking about the true hater. Derrick James' fame is going down the drain. Virgil only Ortiz should fight Xander and Zayas. Both got the same level of competition. I didn't see it. Like I said, I've been in training. I can only keep up with so much so far. I hadn't really been digging in the crates because I've been training. But but as far as Derrick James, it's like I'm not saying this to actually make anybody a fan or change any view you have of Derrick James or any view you have of Errol Spence or their relationship. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what you got to do is you got to keep an eyeballs on the fact that if a man at 147 and 154 can get seven belts, if he can leave somebody to get 7 belts and get, from the time he actually had Frank to the level where Frank is at. You can't take away from a man being able, at that level of talent, being able to get somebody to get 7 belts, man. I don't care how you feel about him. It was not a fluke. It was not a fluke. So we kind of gotta respect these coaches because people don't go out of their way to scrutinize Bomac, and then when they get all of the talent, they get the best talent coming in the door because everybody knows the top rank is the starter pack. That's where you go to actually, build and, because a lot of times those guys get built. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Smoke, man. Salute the Pop a lot of Smoke, man. That's my guy too, man. I go over there and kick it, man. I've been out here in Charlotte, man. I couldn't get on the way I wanted to the other day, man. I was supposed to hop on, but I couldn't, man. It was, you see how my setup is. My setup ain't even the same, but working with what I got, man. But salute, subscribe to Pop, man. That's one of my guys, man. That's one of my guys. So take time out to subscribe to Smoke if you have not. Jose Soto, Saludos, BodyWork, salute. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Come on, Melazar, Virgil about to be 27 years old. Xander is only 21. You gotta cut some slack. Yeah. Bomac and Panda are the top dogs right now. That can be argued. You got a good point. You know what I'm saying? Bomac is he's in his bag right now. But Lord forbid he ever fall from grace. Lord forbid, you know what I'm saying? Lord forbid. That's why I think Bud be maneuvering the way he was maneuvering, man. Because Lord forbid he get his chin cracked. If somebody put an L on him, they're gonna be saying all kinds of stuff about Bomac, and I'm be like, oh really? So you gonna take away from all? So I'm just saying, man, like we gotta have some kind of standard, man, some kind of responsibility when we talk about this, because some of the stuff people be saying just be outrageous, man, just because they don't like somebody. I don't go out of my way, you know what I'm saying, to just hate on anybody. I use facts to justify my opinions, and I get told I'm crazy. Arnaldo Nieves, smash that like button for BodyWork. Yeah, y'all, smash the like button, man. Let's help the algorithms out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, look, y'all don't really realize, man. I might not been putting out them videos, but I'm in the lab, y'all. I'm in the lab. I got some work. I got some work coming. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I got some work, man. I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna be out and about doing my thing. The last thing I really wanted to talk about was we went over the rankings, right? And we went over Frank Martin and his standard, you know what I'm saying, and where he's at in those rankings, right? People are still trying to discount Frank Martin, man. And I think that's just but guess what? I seen something today where Shakur is getting, well, you know, the Haney voice was basically saying he's going to fight either Artem or Zaur Abdullayev, which is a former opponent of Devin and a former opponent of Frank. So if that fight is okay as a former opponent of them two guys at this stage, and it's not a Raymond Morataya or somebody of that level, like, y'all see the double standards? When everybody was upset when Shakur and Frank Martin didn't sign the dotted line to do what he needed to do, when he didn't sign the dotted line to do what he needed to do, everybody was upset. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, people are really starting to really show their biases. And when I say you got to put everybody and everything up on the same scale, man. Bomac got a good stable. He got the Davis brothers. Yeah. And I think, man, and while you bullshitting, I think Kelvin is one of the best kept secrets. Kelvin, wait till Kelvin really like develop into what he's going to be. I think Kelvin might have the brightest future. Why? Because of his frame. Because of his frame, his dimensions, and how he fight. Once he get a little more confident and he develop on his skills, he go to the body a little bit more, and he get a little bit more aggressive, man, let his hands go. I'm telling you. But like I said, man, Bomac, he get the naturally gifted. They're hand picking these guys out of the Olympics, man. It's going to be better. You know, he's going to have, you know, and then the way they move him, man, they don't fight him. Look at what Shakur's getting ready to fight Artem. Shakur getting ready to fight Artem and Zaur Abdullayev. How many people done ran through Zaur? And Artem just, you know what I'm saying, we seen Frank edge that out, but they didn't give Frank, they still give Frank, this is my thing. How you gonna keep giving Frank all that flack for fighting Artem? But now Shakur getting ready to fight him, and it's fine. It's okay. You're pushing it. You're advertising it. I don't know if that's their way to try to show some fake support for Shakur, or do they really agree with what they're saying? Because just last week, Artem wasn't nobody. Who was Frank for? That's why I said, man, that's why it's hard being a boxing fan right now, especially when you're paying attention, because they will gaslight you. It's crazy because when fighters win, they get the credit, and when they lose, it's their fault. Tough business. Exactly. Exactly, Jose. Exactly. That's why I don't like all of that. See, and this is my main thing. Earl is my main. I don't want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? I like Derrick James. I like Earl Spence. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to pick no side. I don't even really want to know for real. I be gaff for real. I don't. Because boxing is getting real stupid. But you know how I see it? You know how I see it? It's just like the first time when a boxer loses or get his ass scraped, now all of a sudden you want to change trainers. Nah, we're not going to pin that jacket on Derrick James. No, I'm not going to do that, man, because there's been times when I'm in the corner. Think about the first Jermell Charlo and Castano fight. And I seen an interview, shout out to Najee from Cigar Talk. He sat down with Derrick James. He's been getting some good interviews. Najee, and he got some cool days. Najee be asking him questions, you know what I'm saying? He still be himself. He get around to doing this thing. So he's been getting those interviews. Like, I salute what he's been doing here lately. But Derrick James said in the interview, he said, man, what it really boils down to, because he was trying to pry out of him something about the Ryan Garcia things. He said, look, Derrick James said, this is what I found. He said, when it comes down to it, when it's broken down, he said, these fighters already have an idea of how they're going to fight these guys already. He said, it's my job to try to teach them and show them what I think, or, get them where they need to go as far as the game plan that we come together. And they're going to try to fight their fight until they see that their fight ain't it. In the way they're doing, then they want to be all ears. And sometimes they be in there getting their asses waxed, and they can't even listen to the tutelage, because I've seen it happen with all the Derrick James fighters. I think Frank, he's probably the best one at snapping out of it. I mean, Jamel, he would do it too. But I've seen it to where they will not listen. They won't listen to him. But I'm not one of them ones where the first time you get your ass waxed and now it's all the coach's fault. Nah, son. It's gonna be equal opportunity for everybody. We're gonna spread some of that bullshit around. You're doing your thing, BodyWork. So I appreciate that positive affirmation there, champ. I appreciate that. Coach's fault. Yeah. That's what they be saying, man. That's not right. Aaron Jones, whoa. Hey, Aaron up here in Baltimore. I'm glad to see you safe, man. I'm hoping your peoples is good and they safe, man. Man, we got to be Baltimore strong, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Kelvin can get all the way to 160 easy. He could, but he got an advantage right now because of his frame. And I think he got a crazy metabolism, because I think that man like to eat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I've been following him. You know what I'm saying? I've been following him. I think he like to eat a little bit, but with his frame right now, they can do a lot of things with Kelvin. Like, Kelvin can smack a couple people, man. He got to clean up just a little bit, but like, I really like, when I first saw him fight, I said, oh man, this dude, if this dude start getting on the regimen like how Diego Pacheco fight with his length in that style, man, if I was him, I'd be not saying watching film, but he probably know who he is, but that style. If he kind of adopt that kind of style that Diego Pacheco got, Kelvin is very, very dangerous, man. That dude's gonna be very, very dangerous. I think he got the brighter future, man. He got the brighter future, man. It's just whether or not, they start matching him tough and heavy, and whether he molds himself into what he can be. I see big things for him, man. I'm a big fan. I'll be saying what's up to him and letting him know. I'll be giving him support and stuff like that. I can't get my interview yet, but I'm gonna get my interview with one of these guys. Soon. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was saying I don't want to, but it's like, man, I'm still seeing people out here asking bad questions, man. People out here still, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. That man is crazy. He wanted Rolly to beat Tank when Rolly lost. He started dissing him. He's one of those channels that wills the people in and switches up. Yes, that's what be getting me, George. And I didn't say it. You said it, but I see it. It's like, how do y'all play these games? But remember I told y'all, a lot of these channels cater to casuals. That's why a lot of people come over here, they don't like what I do. It's nuts and bolts. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no fast fruit. You ain't getting no refried beans over here. You know what I'm saying? You getting fruit, you getting veggies, you getting meat, you getting potatoes, you getting steak. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again you getting lobster and shrimp. If I got the time to put it in. You getting that good. You know what I'm saying? Something with some substance. But these guys cater to casuals. Why? Because they know if they can be controversial enough. Now, and I respect it. Because what I can say, what I won't take away from him is he is one of the hardest working. He is the hardest working guy in boxing. I think he is the hardest working guy in boxing media and content. I would give him that. That title holder. He is the hardest working. I don't agree with the way he do things. I salute him for being the hardest working, because he do put that work in. He relentless. But it's a scam. I mean, not a scam. It's a scheme to where if I put it out, who can't do that? I could do that all day. Put out something that's controversial, get people to say something that's going to be, let's basically rebel rousing. I don't like rebel rousers, especially in real life. So I always say, when we close down these computers, people out there to be rousing, you know, because people do it at work. People do it everywhere. Rebel rousing. Say something controversial, get somebody, have a real crazy, real out there opinion about something, put it out there, get somebody to come in and debate you, and then you go back, and then y'all go back, and then you got to pay to come back. It works. That's part of it. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm not knocking the hustle, but I can't acknowledge that it is a hustle, if that makes sense. I don't want to put no seeds out there like that. I don't want to get people all riled up. Oh no, BodyWork, I don't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? We can debate. We can talk about it. We can hash it out if you want to go there and do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather us learn something and grow and figure out what's going on and figure out how we can get what we want out of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the shit be counterproductive. Because sometimes they'll smack a home run in their opinion. They'll smack that ball way out of the park. You'll be out there looking like, oh man, bases were loaded, they smacked it out of the park. But the information and the videos and everything they put out was so damaging that when they come out and try to refute it, they've already programmed so many people with that bullshit that they put out the last time. Now they got to switch it up, and now they have memory. Like, it's almost like quarterbacks when they throw an interception. They say you got to have a short-term memory. You throw an interception like Brett Favre. Brett Favre could throw 3 interceptions and then turn right around and throw 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type where I don't want to throw no interceptions. I'll take 2 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying, with no turnovers and no interceptions. And we still win. That's just me though. He said Rolly and Ryan are the same level now. He's hyping the Haney fight with Ryan. Yeah, man. They already ripped all the equity out of that Ryan fight. There ain't no way in rebuilding it. Even though Ryan said 99% of the stuff that I'm doing is trolling. Yeah, I remember he said that. He said, yeah, 99%. And they still running with it. It's a bad marketing strategy. Just like Devin Haney in this bad guy, tough guy role. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get... I'm telling you, one day it's gonna get the shit slapped out of them for real. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I don't hope it happens, but that's just bad promotion, bad marketing, man. Everybody, yeah, you can play the bad guy and all that, but when it comes to disrespect and all this and the stuff that they do, at the end of the day, it ain't. Hell yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. They got to understand a boxer with a good couch may not make that far. With a good coach. Oh, okay, let me see. They got to understand a boxer with a good coach may not make it that far. So it's teamwork. Yeah, man, it's a team effort, man. But like, I'm the type, man, I've always kind of been a natural leader. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was in the Army, I moved up so fast. I was a natural leader, man. I've always kind of been a natural leader. And you know, it's equal responsibility, man. I'm not one of them times where the first time something go wrong, I'm gonna take all the credit when it go good, and the first time it go bad, I'm gonna be pointing out fingers. It's like, no, man, you know, captain go down with the ship, and you are a team. You know what I'm saying? You are a team. So it's kind of like how people are in life, man. I don't like the fact that the brothers are, I don't like it. I haven't even sat down and really dissected everything that's going on. Part of me is like, do I really want to? No. I would like to know because I like them guys. I like the coach and I like the fighter. But at this point, it's just drama. The problem is too many casuals. And they get misled and they run with it. Yeah, and it's hard to you see me, man. I don't really have the energy to put up with a whole bunch of like people that be casually speaking, bro. A lot of people be out here, you can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my guy, you know what I'm saying? My guy, he contributed and everything, but when it come down to him and Devin Haney, you can't tell him nothing about Devin Haney. You can't. He got a battery in the back, and he programmed, he gonna keep running with whatever it is he got going on. Anything that had to do with PBC, he hates on. Exactly. Like anything. That's why I said, y'all notice the tribalism? Y'all notice the tribalism in boxing? It's tribalism, man, to where it's just certain people. If you notice, a lot of the people that don't like Derrick James, they rock with Shakur. A lot of people that, you know, it's tribalism, man. The lines are clear as day. If you like Spence, if you don't like Spence, more than likely you like Bud. If you don't like Tank, more than likely you love Devin. More than likely, if you like Bud, you like Devin. More than likely, if you like Bud, you like Shakur. If you like Bud and Shakur, you don't like Tank, you don't like Spence. It's tribalism. It don't make no sense. Like me, I don't have no tribalism. Cause I like people on I like boxers on DAZN, I like boxers on PBC, I like boxers on Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all that. I don't do that, man. I don't have to be part of a tribe. I don't have to be oh man, yeah, I'm with that and I'm with this. Like, no. Nah. Always is the teamwork. I listened to an interview with Adorno. He talked how he got tired of boxing, unmotivated with his new. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that sometimes it don't get to a point to where you just need a new trainer. Because sometimes you do. I think a lot of these father sons, they might not have to get rid of the father, but you got to bring in another set of eyes. What I don't like is when you've had all this success, you finally taste defeat, and now you're gonna slide your coach under the bus. And if you was gonna make that change, or if y'all were gonna go y'all separate ways, why didn't it happen right after the fight? I don't agree with that. That sounds like some scapegoat stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like some scapegoat stuff to me, man. I'm not gonna let Derrick James be no scapegoat. And yeah, I mean, if you gauge him now, it depends on who you gauging him against. What coach do you know got somebody to undisputed in one division and got him to 3 belts, 1 belt removed? Do you know done that? So I'm not going to shit on Derrick James. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it. You know, I'm not going to really take up on Earl. I don't know enough information, but it's just messy to me. It don't, and they don't do nothing but feed the haters, right? Right? Ain't that what it do? That just feed the haters, right? That just gave them. That just kept the song, right? They just gave the haters a car payment. They just paid the light bills. They just gave them so much fuel. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I would watch the Ryan Haney fight because I love boxing, but at this point, I really don't care much for it. And you know, I think it's a good matchup. It's just how Devin kicked it off, and then how Rolly ran with it, and then all of this other stuff. Now I seen headlines where they said it was on It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace, where their title was, the title of the video said it had a major title. I think it was about Diddy. And then the underline or the second part was Brian giving out BBLs. Ryan giving out free BBLs. What the fuck do that got to do with boxing, man? How serious can we take it? Is it going to be another built-in excuse after the fight? If Ryan get his ass whooped? Devin keep doubling down, saying that Ryan is what do you keep saying? I forgot all of the different names and stuff that he said. He's still ripping equity out of the fight and then telling people to support it and come see it. I'm like, this the blind leading the blind, man. I've been saying, man, they needed to check his father. You know what I'm saying? I think Eddie really don't care. You know why Eddie don't care? Because this is a Golden Boy event. And this go right along with, you know what I'm saying, the mantra of Oscar De La Hoya and how scatterbrained he be. You know what I'm saying? George Martinez say facts. Melazar say facts. The Haney Garcia fight, they're trying to hype it up, but it's not working too well. They ripped the equity out of it in the beginning. And we can go back to the live. I promise y'all, I'm not hardy, I'm not high-minded. I swear I'm one of the most humblest people y'all will ever know. I'm telling you, anybody that know me personally and then worked around me, that been around me, ever done business with me, you know that I'm one of the most humbling, most giving people out here. You know what I'm saying? When it comes, it's just me. This is how my mother raised me. You know what I'm saying? I swear to y'all, I was on a live. It was on a live. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna do a short. I'm gonna pull one of Champion Sports boxing numbers. I'm gonna do a short about this, and I'm gonna point it out to where I told y'all. I said, look, I believe, because I was the first one. Maybe somebody might have said it, but I'm the only one. I think I was the first one to actually put it out there that it was wrong, but for them to take two West Coast guys and put them on New York. You know how many times I've heard that since I said that on that live? When Ryan started unraveling or whatever, if you can find the video, I gotta find the video. I gotta find out which live I said it on. I gotta go back and listen, figure out which live I said it on, and then watch how many people said it after that when Ryan started unraveling. It was not a good idea to do that. It wasn't. But now everybody's hindsight 2020 now. Oh no, man, what they doing in New York? You know how they think that this was sell and this and this. It's like, what? What are y'all talking about, bro? Like, it should have never even got to that point. Who even thought to put it up there? They just trying to outsell Tank. Yeah. They fumbled this one when it came to promoting this fight. It was just oh man, they should have. Nah, it's a. But hey, tell me if I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. What was I calling it from the beginning? What was I calling it from? I said it was a circus, right? Everybody said I was hating, right? I called it. I was calling it the big top, the circus, and everybody thought I was hating. The more and more go by, sound like I was telling the truth. Sound like I was on to something early. Why? Because I've been praying for vision ever since I was in high school. I believe that I see and things come to me way before, and pattern recognition and knowing and intuition. Being ahead of the curve. That's why sometimes I sit back and I don't say nothing, because it's almost like I'm gonna sound crazy. Intuition. Being intuitive, but also being brave enough to be vocal about it in the era where it's all about the sensationalism. I don't ever want to be perceived as being sensational or nothing like that. I can be if I wanted to, but I really want to push the sport forward. I love the sport. I love boxing, man. I wanted to stay, but as I was talking to some people I met in training, man. We were talking about sports and boxing and stuff today, man. We had a little dinner that they catered afterward. We were sitting around at the table, man. We were talking about, eventually I was going to talk about boxing. Somebody was going to ask me about boxing. I said, man, boxing is on his last leg, man. It's on his last leg, man. It's changing complexions, man. It's getting risky. It's getting real weird. I'm starting to hear a lot of people saying, man, boxing getting weird. My man, he watch it, but he more like MMA, but he keeps up with, he knows more than the casual. He likes MMA, but he knows he's more than the casual when it comes to boxing. He knows what's going on. First thing he said, man, boxing getting weird, man. Yep, he said boxing getting weird, man. I said, dang. He see it, he know it. It's a horrible promotion. If it was PBC, they would be running rampant. That's the whole, now y'all think this is why y'all here. Y'all think the same way I think. It's like, well, if you're gonna do that with the PBC and all things Al Heyman and anything that got to do with PBC and what they got going on, if you're gonna be that way, call it out when somebody else is doing. Like, y'all don't see none of that. It's like that comedian who said, man, he ran into a cop. He said, man, he said he ran into a cop, man, with a patch on his eye. He said he was over here doing all this stuff. He was like, it was crime going on all over here. He over here like, hey, stop. There was nothing but crime going on. It's like, that's how they are with PBC. It's like, man, they got their eyes on PBC over here. It's crime all over here on this side. It's crime just going on right here, just running them up. They don't see none of that. When everything the PBC, oh yeah, look at what, oh man, look at what people, oh man, Amazon, oh no, they don't got enough money, oh no, they broke, oh they do got the money, they just don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. Meanwhile, it's crime all over here. Crime. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil when it comes to their people. Ain't nothing like it, man. Yeah, I got you, champ. It's kind of embarrassing. I've been saying it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing, George. But in a good way, because after this fiasco, we'll put pressure on Devin to fight someone like Sabril. Oh, y'all didn't hear y'all ain't hear how all of a sudden now, y'all hear this is the latest marketing ploy, y'all. And I'm gonna get, and after this, I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, man. I'll see if anybody got anything on their mind, man. After this, before I do the closing thoughts, right? But the latest marketing ploy is that all of a sudden Devin Haney's not going to 47 and he wants to stay and be undisputed at 140. Wonder where this energy came from. Where did this energy come from, y'all? Where y'all think this energy came from all of a sudden? Tell me, y'all. Holler at me. Let me know. Why would Devin be coming out now and saying that all of a sudden he ain't going to 47? He want to stay at 40 and become undisputed. Why y'all think that narrative has started growing legs now? Why? I believe they can fill up NYC, but Bill did a lot of damage, and then Ryan, with his soap opera, have damaged the fight. Yeah, they did. PBC should stay with the platform and bring independent promoters with their best boxers. I agree, and then that's the way Prime is set up. They already kind of got away. I'm thinking it's going to be a joint highway with ESPN or Top Rank. I'm thinking it's going to be a joint. They're going to be able to do business with them. The Haney voice. Okay, now that may be the source where they're putting that out there. But my question is just, and we're gonna wrap up. I just want to get y'all. I need y'all to be able to say it without me saying it. Why do y'all think that they're saying that Devin Haney is going to stay at 40 and try to become undisputed at 140? Not the channel. Not the channel that is coming through. Not the avenue, not the people that's putting it out there. But why do you think that narrative is getting put out there now? I got one name. Why that 147 energy change? Boots. You on to something that's partial. That's in part, but we just talked about it. It's just like TLC, and now all of a sudden they calling out Sabril knowing they bingo, Jose. Haney has to fight Matias, and Matias beats Parra, maybe not the next one, but if Haney wants legacy, he has to fight the best in 140. That's true. They ready to go back to top rank. That's part of it. That is part of it. But they're really saying it to save this fight, y'all. They are saying this to save this fight. If they can get you, if they can start convincing you that, oh man, Devin really is that guy, we need to support him because he's going to become undisputed. And they already have best laid plans to go back to 140. But remember, this is the reason why Sabril Matias couldn't guarantee Devin Haney. They couldn't guarantee him Matias fight. Why? Because Devin Haney and them, like Aaron Jones said, they about to go back to top rank. They about to go to top rank and they're gonna play. Remember I told y'all about musical chairs, hokey pokey. They playing musical chairs, y'all. They playing musical chairs. They know that if as long as they can ping pong back and forth, it's capped. Bingo. She brought the sermon home. It's 2 words, but it's really 3. It is cap. They playing with us. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Working with every promoter and network except PBC. Laughing my ass off. Yep. And then it don't hurt what Bub said to wash it all down. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a steak right there. To wash it all down with some fine wine, courtesy of Bub's Boxing. And they know Boots is waiting. Ain't no getting out of that. They're going to put so much pressure if you go up there, but all of that is cap. And like Aaron Jones said, they working with everybody but PBC, yet Tank is the one ducking. Tank isn't all this, oh, you got to go down and he can make it happen. He's the one that's like, no, he can't make it happen if you keep going to go sell your tail to everybody else. Come sign up and break bread over here and get what you claim you've been wanting all this time. Because remember, he was relentless when it came to Cambosis. Remember, he took peanuts to go fight Cambosis. He went overseas to fight Cambosis. He almost risked going over there without his father to fight Cambosis. It's cap, y'all. They're trying to salvage this fight by saying that to try to get you to believe that, oh man, it's all about legacy now. Because remember, he just said you got to make up your mind, because I could play this game, but I'm not going to make all my content about Devin Haney. I'm not. I'm pretty much done with it. But I really want y'all to really see what's going on, because remember he said, oh man, legacy, we did legacy at 35, man. Now it's about the big money. Now he's coming right back around. Now these sales, now they're actually seeing that what they thought they had going on ain't working. Now it's, oh, I'm going to stay at 140. I'm in the mess hall with my chest out. I want to see him. I want to see T.O. I want to see this. Only thing that might happen is if he go over the top rank, Teofimo might finally, you know what I'm saying, he might finally drop his nuts and fight Teofimo Lopez. He might finally drop his nuts and fight Teofimo Lopez. And I think that with Tio being so, double-minded, so up and down, I think Bob, he's at a level where he's ready to go ahead and let Tio, you know what I'm saying? He's ready to put Tio out there, you know what I'm saying, and see what it's gonna be. Because he got some young folks that he know. He got some 35ers that are really 40. There's gonna be 140 real soon. And he already see his replacement. He got a lot of talent over there. So he's about to put Tio in a position where it's like, all right, it's your time to shine. Bang or bust. You know what I'm saying? But it's really cap. It's really cap. Wash it all down. Yeah, bud. Haney needs Tank name, but Tank don't need Haney. Facts. But man, look, man, I felt like, man, I needed to talk to my people. You know what I'm saying? I need to let people know that I'm still doing this thing, man. I still love boxing, man. Y'all still got a channel that's gonna rock for y'all, you know what I'm saying, to put that good word out and give y'all some substance, you know what I'm saying, in this era of how they say on Shouters, with all types of foreign style fuckery. Remember what he said? Y'all come over with all types of foreign style. What he said? Extortion. Shout is one of my favorite movies, man. He said extortion and all types of foreign fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Like in the era in boxing, when there's all types of foreign fuckery, you still got somebody that's gonna hold it down. You know what I'm saying? To put a stake in the ground, man. Peace, bro. Stay safe. Absolutely, man. Salute, Jose. I really appreciate y'all, man. Anybody got anything on their mind, man, before I close it out, y'all? If you got anything to say, you know what I'm saying, before I wrap it up. Sorry, all right, brother. Be safe out there. All right, Arnaldo. Peace out. All right, y'all. Yeah, y'all be safe, man. Put some positive energy out there for Baltimore, man. Be more strong, man. Put some positive energy, some positive vibes, man. Check on your people if you got people up there in Maryland. Anybody that might be impacted, or, because this is going to impact Maryland in a lot of different ways, man. Not just, they said, I'm not, hey, don't quote me on it, but they saying something happened in the water and this and that. He said, oh yeah, what type of training you doing down? I'm doing carrier rooftop, an extensive carrier rooftop training, man. But we, you know what I'm saying, it's thorough training, man. I'm having fun, I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? They first class, man. I'm doing some carrier rooftop training, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm in North Carolina, actually. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, but it's right. I used to stay in Columbia, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? Columbia, South Carolina. But yeah, we in Charlotte. We in Charlotte, North Carolina. We in Panther country right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was good, man. Thanks for everybody who came and showed up, man. And always, everybody that always supports your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go back to school and try to get my journeyman. Yeah, you need to do it, man. It's bread out here. It's bread out here in this industry. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna be doing until I hang it up and, you know what I'm saying, and do my own thing, man. This is what I'm gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, do that, man. Don't hesitate. Do that. All right, brother. See you next time. All right, Aaron. Be safe, man. Be safe out there. All of y'all, man. Bubs, Champ Sports Boxing, Jose, Arnaldo, Nieves, all of y'all. Let's see. Melazar. George Martinez, thanks for popping in. Who else? Yeah, my hardcore people, man. That's why I know my foundation, man. I got one of the strongest foundations in the game. Smoke, you know what I'm saying? Angelina. Who else was in here? Hector Tapia, L30 Cruz, Bloodshot. My people show up, man. Y'all make me feel right every time. But I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back. I might go live again tomorrow night, or if not, put another video out. But I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, salute to all y'all, and be safe out there. Salute and happy you're safe. Happy you're safe till the next time. All right, Melazar. All right, peace, champ. Peace. But yeah, always a good time. Let's see, I'm gonna get this one last one. Let me see. All right, Bubs. You know what I'm saying? Till we on yachts, Bub. I said it, man. Till we on yachts. You in the lab, yeah, man. Hey, take that extra time, man. Figure out, do that extra tutorial. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. I'm about to come out with something spicy. I'm trying to figure out how to put it together, but I'm about to step it up too. You know what I'm saying? Because you always gotta be evolving. And when I'm gonna tell you a secret, Bubs, even when you learn something, master what you got going on and be practicing something better in the background. Because if you roll it out too early and somebody get a hold of it, they're gonna grab it and try to perfect it and put it out like it's theirs. But if you master what you got going on now, work on something better in the background, perfect that, so when you roll it out, now that's the standard. Now you can go back to your old style, do your new style, but then you always working on something even better than that in the background until you fully develop it. Then you roll it out. If you roll it out too early and you ain't that good at it, somebody gonna bite it, perfect it better than you, and people gonna think that they did it. I ain't gonna charge you nothing for that, Bub. You know you my guy, man. Till we on yachts. Anyways, y'all, thanks for choosing BodyWork Boxing. But we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome.